Today, let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 being the final film of this trilogy, the stakes are high when it comes to the current state of the entire galaxy, the Resistance, and even the First Order. Now, it is raising a lot of questions as to exactly what will transpire in Episode 9, exactly what will happen with Kylo Ren, Rey, Lando Calrissian, some of the heroes and villains that we all know of and love. So, looking at everything here, I wanted to go over a very interesting discussion that sparked from a tweet by Kevin Smith. You guys may know him. He's a comedian, stand-up comedian. He's a director and writer as well. And I don't know about you, but I think it would be rather interesting to see down the road if he were to ever make a Star Wars film. He's a very passionate guy when it comes to Star Wars. He's pretty much on the level with Jon Favreau on how passionate he really is. And Jon Favreau, by the way, is just about done, writing the first season of the live-action TV series, which I'm honestly very excited to see. Now, today I wanted to talk about Han Solo. Obviously, the big moment in The Force Awakens is when he confronts his son, Ben Solo, who is Kylo Ren now, and he ultimately gets killed off, falls off the catwalk, and just falls down into the chasm of Starkiller Base. Now, we talked about the possibility of Luke Skywalker being saved via time travel since it was introduced into the Star Wars franchise in the Star Wars Rebels episode World Between Worlds in Season 4. Now, do I believe that this is likely to happen in Episode 9? Absolutely not. I really don't see this happening, but it is possible. And this is what Kevin Smith had to say. It's a real big thing right now. And he states this: if due to a time travel device or the Force, there's a plot development that allows Lando to repeat his Empire Strikes Back line, there's still a chance to save Han and get us back to that fateful bridge on Starkiller Base. Then I'll kiss JJ on the mouth. I'll French him even. That's what Kevin Smith had to say. I don't know if I would do that, but I would say it would be nice to have Han Solo back. But seriously speaking here, though, I think that this would be a bad idea, and this is the question that I want to ask you guys. Do you actually think that this would be a good or a bad idea, using time travel to save one of our favorite heroes in the franchise, Han Solo? Now, let me get into the reason as to why I believe that this would be a bad idea. Now, the reason as to why I think it would be a bad idea is because they set up that powerful moment between both Kylo and Han. And not only did they do this for a reason, yes, it was, heartbreaking to see our beloved hero Han Solo fall to his death so quickly in the sequel trilogy. I really would have loved to see him make it to The Last Jedi and have a nice reunion with Luke and Leia, all three heroes together again. That's how it really should have been in the sequel trilogy, and I think that's one of the flaws in these new Disney Star Wars movies, is that we never got to see Han, Luke, and Leia on screen all at once. But the point being here is this, is that Han Solo's death is what really caused Kylo Ren to struggle with his feelings and how he was off balance in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi. And I think it was really ultimately, what brought things to the way they were in The Last Jedi. And it really carried a lot of weight in there. So to strip it away, and if they were to bring back Han Solo, somewhat similar to what they did in Star Wars Rebels, where Ezra Bridger saves Ahsoka Tano from getting killed off by Darth Vader, he changes the whole entire events oh so slightly. Could you imagine if they did something like that, what they did with Rebels, where they go through time and they pull Han Solo aside before Kylo Ren can kill him, and hence they save him? I really don't know how I would feel about that. Honestly, I think it would be a bad idea. I don't know if you guys would think it's a good idea of what Kevin Smith talked about. And this is a big discussion. A lot of people have been talking about this for this past week or so. And I think that just time travel needs to stay away from the Star Wars franchise. Now, if it had to do with Luke Skywalker, I would say this: by any means necessary, bring Luke back, because I think that's what a lot of people would love to see on screen again, is Luke Skywalker getting some pure action, going up against one of our villains, that being, of course, Kylo Ren, in a real lightsaber duel. And I think that would just really give a lot of justice to the character of Luke. Sure, he saved the entire galaxy by using the Force projection technique, but I just feel like there could have been so much more in The Last Jedi that really would have made the Star Wars fans all the more happier and satisfied. But time travel to save Han Solo, I really am against that. I think it would pretty much destroy the entire purpose of even killing Han Solo off in The Force Awakens. To me, if you kill a character off, you know, like that, he's dead. He's long dead. That's it. Should be done. But with Luke, I think that they should definitely use something with the Force that could bring him back. If they really wanted to do something around those lines, you know, they could always pull a Superman or a Gandalf if they really wanted to. The realistic approach with Luke, though, is to just bring him back in the living form, in the form of a flashback, and I think that that's what they're going to do. Either that or a vision similar to what we saw in the Empire Strikes Back cave scene, where you have Vader going up against Luke. It looked very, very real now, didn't it? What if they did something like that around the lines between Luke and Kylo, where Luke is essentially haunting, you know, Kylo Ren, either as a Force ghost or as a vision? I think that would be, you know, quite amazing, honestly. Anything to bring Luke Skywalker back, aside from a Force ghost, I think would be pretty cool. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.